Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, dear devotees. Welcome to today morning Srimad Bhagwatam class. Very happy to be with all of you. We'll start with prayers. Om Ajnanatimirandhasya Jnananjanashalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Nama Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Presthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swamin Iti Namne Namaste Saraswate Devi Gauravani Pracharane Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatadeshatarine Vancha Kalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhya Eva Cha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Upam Karoti Vachalam Pangum Langayati Girim Yatkripa Tamaham Vande Paramananda Madhavam Sri Chaitanyamishwaram Sri Gurum Dinatarinam Hare Krishna. Very happy to be with all of you today, this morning, for today's Srimad Bhagwatam discussion. Thank you all for coming. Okay, so yesterday we successfully concluded the Mangalacharan, the prayers offered by Suta Goswami to his spiritual masters. Because when we offer our prayers to spiritual master, actually we are offering our prayers to the entire Guru Shishya Parampara. And every Guru Shishya Parampara begins with Krishna. Yes, ultimately he's the source of everything. Krishna Mande Jagat Guru. He is the best and the supreme teacher. All right. So we are today at 1.2.5. Before going ahead, I would like to ask all of you a question. And the question that I'm going to ask you a question is, what is the best question that you ever heard from any devotee? The best question. During a Bhagavatam class? Or the best question someone has asked you? Or the best question you would have asked any Bhagavatam speaker? What is the best question? Yes. Try. There's no wrong answer. Okay, so you can bindas without any hesitation, just try. And for those of you who haven't turned on the videos, it's a request. Please do so, if possible. Everyone's trying to think. We never asked any question. No? Okay. Anyways. But what can be the best question? Okay, what is the purpose of life? Very nice. What is the purpose of life? It's a brilliant question. Anyone else? Now, please answer differently. No same. Go on, go on. It takes a lot of time to make you all guys open up. Okay, we can open up, but then typing takes time. All right. Parikshit Maharaj's questions for Shukadev Goswami, they're the best questions you heard. That's so nice. Which means, what is the duty of a dying man? And what is the duty of a person in general? What is to be heard? What is to be recited? What is to be worshipped? What is to be remembered? Yes. ISKCON is the only way? Question. Yeah, nice question. If you want to fulfill the purpose of life, is there any only way you have to join ISKCON? If you join some other organization, you're doomed. ISKCON is the only way. Srila Prabhupada is the only way. Is this a nice question, right? Very intriguing. Probably we can little by little take all these questions sometime. Nice. So, you know what's a grand feast? Because I'm a speaker. Usually I'm on the speakers end more than I'm on a listener's end these days. And one of the greatest joys, one of the greatest ecstasies, one of the greatest delights a speaker can ever have. Of course, when audience turn on the videos, that's one thing, definitely. And apart from that, is when your audience is asking very sincere questions. Good questions. So after the 6 questions, the 6 inquiries of the sages of Naimisharanya, Suta Goswami offered his prayers to his guru. And now, at this particular point of time, he gets to, as such, thank these wonderful sages of Naimisharanya for asking very brilliant questions. And it is equally important that each and every one of us sitting here, who are in this class, who are listening to this class on YouTube, who are not listening to this class, that's okay. We are all supposed to be grateful to for the 6 questions. Because without these 6 questions, Suta Goswami wouldn't have opened his Bhagwatam file. Okay, all right. These 6 questions, I have to open the file of Srimad Bhagwatam. That's why he remembered Shukadeva Goswami. So far, all the Puranas I have learned from my father, Roma Harshana. But now, these 6 questions are so very sincere, so very deep, so amazing that I would like to open the file of Srimad Bhagwatam. And if I want to open Srimad Bhagwatam first, I have to remember my spiritual master. Without that, I cannot open Bhagwatam. All right. So now, after that, Suta Goswami is now thanking these people. And similarly, we should also have this gratitude when we are listening to this particular shloka. So this is Srimad Bhagavatam, first canto, second chapter, fifth verse. Munayah sadhu prishtoham bhavadbhir lokamangalam yatkritah Krishna samprashno yenatma suprasidati. I'm tempted to first go through the translation. O sages, I've been justly inquired by you. Perfect. Your questions are worthy questions because they relate to Lord Krishna. And so are of relevance to the world's welfare. Because that's the whole meaning of sage, Rishi. What's the meaning of Rishi? Rishi is a person who is engaged in welfare, the real welfare of others. He's called Rishi. Only questions of this sort are capable of completely satisfying the self. Yen atma suprasidati. Yeah, this is what was their question, right? We want to completely satisfy the self. Okay, all right. If you want to completely satisfy the self, the step number 1 is inquire properly. Ask the right questions. So proper inquiry is something that's going to bless us. Okay, all right. Muneha, oh sages. This is the Muni. Muni is a thinker. Okay, you're really thought very deeply about these questions. You're a great thinker. Muniyaha, sadhu prishta, very good questions. You asked me aham. Yes, you asked me. Very good. Sadhu prishta. Whenever you like something in Vedic life, suppose somebody recites a very wonderful shloka. You liked it. Sadhu, sadhu, that's what we say. You liked a particular class? Sadhu, sadhu. Very good. So we say sadhu. Sadhu means, yes, one meaning of sadhu is a saint who cuts. Sadhu means one who cuts. That's the meaning of sadhu. He cuts the attachments with his vani, his speech. That's a sadhu. But sadhu also means very good. Well done. Well done. So whenever we say sadhu, sadhu, well done, well done. So sadhu prishtoham. You asked me sadhu questions. Very, very good questions. Yes. There are only 2 kinds of questions. One question is sadhu question. Second is sad questions. So materialistic people, they ask sad questions. Whereas devotees are meant to ask sadhu questions. Very good questions. So sadhu questions or sad questions. What type of inquiry we want to do? Sadhu inquiry, sad inquiry. Bhavadbir, it will become. That means what will happen as a result of these questions? Bhavadbir loka mangalam. Mangal, where the Mangala Arti, the meaning of Mangal is spiritual welfare. Not only for yourself, Loka Mangal, it's happening today. How is Lokamangal happening by these guys asking questions 5,000 years back? Today, right here, right now, we are sitting and discussing this. Isn't it Lokamangala? It's happening. So what is predicted is happening. At this particular point of time, there is Srimad Bhagavad. If you look at this entire belt, maybe EST, CST belt, all these ISKCON temples, there must be some Bhagavatam class going on. After 1 hour, there will be Bhagavatam class in some other temple. After that, another temple. After that, another temple. Like this. How many zones we have? How many zones? 24 zones. That's what is possible, right? 24 hours. Okay, half an hour. We can calculate it. There is something like 36 also. Some have half an hour, but whatever. So all these zones, every time, if you look across the latitude, there is some Bhagavatam class happening somewhere. And everybody is discussing this. Loka Mangalam. And this is happening every day. Everywhere, every day, every city, some Bhagavatam is happening. Yes, because of these 6 questions. So Bhavat Bir Loka Mangal, your questions are going to do welfare to the entire world. It's happening. Why? Why our questions are so very important? Yat kritaha Krishna samprashno. They are questions which are connected to Krishna. Anything connected to Krishna is going to purify. So I remember the center which I was heading before in India. We had a very amazing personality, His Holiness Bhaktivedanta Swami Maharaj. So he had come there and he was explaining the source of auspiciousness. What exactly is the source of auspiciousness? Connection to Krishna. He was telling today is the grand festival. You all arranging a festival. So one Prabhu has purchased aloo, potato. He called it aloo, the potato. Another Prabhu is peeling the potato. The next Prabhu is cutting the potato. Another Prabhu is cooking or frying the potato. Another Prabhu is making the plate, DT plate. Another Prabhu is offering. Then another Prabhu is serving. Once Lord is served, then devotees get it, right? So he's serving the potato prasadam. And another Prabhu is eating potato prasad. So in all of these people, yes, at one point of time, because you're all chanting Hare Krishna, you're sent to Golok Vrindavan. And if you go there, there'll be one Prabhu. Hare Krishna Prabhus. Hare Krishna Prabhu. Hari bol. But you know us? Yes, Prabhu, I know you. But we don't know you. Hare Prabhu, you don't know me? I am that potato Prabhu. You had purchased me from shop. You had peeled me. You had cut me. You had cooked me. You had offered me. You served me and you honored me. And I am delivered because of my connection to Krishna. Hari bol. So he was mentioning this. So the point he wanted to make was very profound that the connection to Krishna is the Mangala, is the auspicious. There are so many of them who wake up at 4 o'clock, but their a day doesn't become Mangala without Mangalarti. There are athletes who wake up. They wake up, and I know what they do is they hydrate themselves and then they go for jogging. Yes, come back. That is their morning program. Jogging, 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 and they're sweating. Our devotees are also sweating in morning program, but they're sweating by dancing in Mangalarti. Dancing, they're sweating. But these guys are sweating because of running. And then they come back, and our devotees get Charnamrit. Those people, they break some eggs and eat raw eggs for routines. They do all those kind of stuff. That's not Mangala. Where is the Krishna element? So without Krishna element, there is no Mangala. Once Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur, he used to regular, in those days, newspaper was a very important newspaper, articles, publishing, printing. This was an amazing way of preaching happening. He called it the Brihad Mridanga. You play Mridanga, it's heard in one room. Whereas you print books, you print articles, you print magazines, you distribute it everywhere. The sound is going to go, the transcendental sound goes everywhere. So one person came with an article. Guru Maharaj, here's a wonderful article I've written about Krishna. Okay, an hour moment. He said, all right. Then another person came, said, Guru Maharaj, this particular organization, they've heavily criticized us. Just read. He was reading and he was becoming very happy. He said, this is the best article. He said, why? But they're criticizing us. But he said, there are so many times Krishna is written. Krishna, 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 Krishna. So many times Krishna. So more Krishna, better article. Because more the people will read this. They will keep reading Krishna, 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 Krishna. More Krishnas. And thus, they'll be more purified. Hari Bol. So usually when physical classes happen, I love to repeatedly call upon the holy name. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare. There are two benefits. One benefit is obvious. We are going to get purified. The second benefit is those souls who are sleeping, right? They'll be woken up. They'll be shaken up by the holy name. So holy name will both materially and spiritually wake up the living entity. Nice. So that's the power. So Yatkrita Krishna Samprashno. These are questions connected to Krishna. Yena Atma Suprasidati. And that's something which is going to completely satisfy the self. Samprasidati. All right. So let's go to the purport of Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Since it has been stated herein before that in the Bhagwatam the absolute truth is to be known, the questions of the sages of Naimisharanya are proper and just because they pertain to Krishna, who is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Very clear. So Prabhupada is giving an explanation. So when your question is good question. So once I was walking with a sannyasi, I just want to tell this. We were in a particular venue and I was just walking around, just taking Maharaj for a walk. Yes, walking and going. And that was not our venue. It was not our temple. It was not our venue. We had just hired that venue for a particular youth retreat. So I was walking and taking Maharaj. I don't want to name the sannyasi. And one gentleman came from there. He came from that direction. And I was thinking, what? And we just three of us were there in that pathway. This was somewhere in the late evening. Yeah, just before going to bed. So I was saying, see, look at my fortune. I'm getting personal time with Maharaj. I'm getting to talk to him. I'm getting to serve him. I'm getting to inquire my questions. And now look at this Jivatma. From which planet he would have come? And finally is getting to meet a pure soul like Maharaj. Wow, what a great fortune of this person. So he came and he was looking so submissively and coming towards Maharaj. And I was like very happy. Good. Finally, this person's spiritual account is going to open. Yes, it's going to open. So amazing. I was really waiting for the climax. There are music like ding, 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 ding. Climax is going to come. And this person then came, he folded his hands and he spoke in Hindi. I just tell you what he spoke. Said, Swamiji, I was like, wow, he's addressing Maharaj as Swamiji. Bathroom kidhar hai? Eh? He asked, where is the bathroom? Oh my God. I mean, is this the inquiry you're supposed to? Of course, Maharaj was so humble. He was telling, he was trying to tell, I said, Maharaj, why are you getting into this? I am there for this. He said, come here. I was upset with this person. You had one chance and you ruined it completely. You could have asked Krishna kidhar hai? Yes, Bhakti kidhar hai? Mandir kidhar hai? There's so many amazing questions you could have asked. And this guy ends up asking bathroom kidhar? Where is the bathroom? And I was like, my God. I didn't know whether to cry or to yell at this person, but I took him. I said, chalo, go there. Don't disturb us. Don't bother us with your sad question. It should be sadhu prishta, not sad prishta. That's very sad. So it's very important what kind of inquiries we make. To the degree the inquiries we make, that determines how serious we are in our spiritual life. Yes, and the inquiry should be connected to Krishna. How to become devotees of Krishna, how to become Vaishnavas. That should be the inquiry. In the Bhagavad Gita 15.15, the personality of God, it says that in all the Vedas there is nothing but the urge for searching after him. Vedaischa sarver aham eva vedya. Aham eva vedya. Indeed, they are looking for me only. That's what is the meaning of aham eva vedya. Yes, everyone is searching after Krishna. They are all seekers. And it is said, seekers become the seers. The seekers become the seers. Thus, the questions that pertain to Krishna are the sum and substance of all the Vedic inquiries. Yes, this is the substance. A person has to get the right question. You get the right question, your spiritual life is begin. What is the Vedanta Sutra begin with? Anyone knows? How does Vedanta Sutra begin? We discussed so much about Vedanta Sutra. The Vedanta Sutra begins with Athato Brahma Jignasa This is how the Vedanta Sutra begins. Hare Krishna. Why this athato? What is the meaning of athato? Athato means therefore. Usually, when exactly does athato come? Athato comes in the end. Therefore comes in the end. Therefore is never in the beginning. Athato what? Brahma Jignasa. You all are supposed to, therefore, inquire about Supreme. Therefore, inquire about Spirit. Therefore, inquire about the Great. That's the meaning of Brahma Jignasa. Inquire. Jignasa. Be a Jignasu. The moment a person gets the right question, he will end up in the right place. And if somebody is thoughtful enough, intelligent enough, you'll ask that question. The right question. What is the purpose of life? I really love that question. Just one thing. What is the purpose of life can lead you to Krishna Prema. It just has to happen. Next. The whole world is full of questions and answers. That's a fact. Everywhere there is questions and answers. The birds, beasts, and men are all busy in the matter of perpetual question and answers. In the morning, the birds in the nest become busy with questions and answers. And the evening also, the same birds come back again and become busy with questions and answers. The human being, unless he is fast asleep at night, is busy with questions and answers. The businessmen in the market are busy with questions and answers. And so also the lawyers in the court and the students in the schools and colleges, questions and answers. The legislators in the parliament are also busy with questions and answers. The purport, which is very predictable. Prabhupada has just written different names, questions and answers. That's all. And the politicians and the press representatives all are busy with questions and answers. Although they go on making such questions and answers their whole life, everybody practically, they are not at all not satisfied. Usually the questions and answers are based on what? Ahara, Nidra, Maithuna, and Bhaya. Eating, mating, sleeping, and defending. These are the subject matters of inquiry. These are whose questions? These are questions of animals and birds. If human beings are asking the questions that animals are asking, then that is very sad. They're behaving like animals. How many of you have sometimes chastised somebody or got chastised, saying that, come on, you are behaving like animals. Stop behaving like animals. Yes, be human. There are a lot of t-shirts nowadays, people, they are printing, be on being human. Be human. Be human. But what it takes to be human, it teaches. People think behaving nicely is being humans. No, being human means going beyond this eating, mating, sleeping, defending. Dear devotees, videos please. Hare Krishna. You switch on video, do whatever you want. I'll not mind. But don't give me those black boxes. That is something which I'm fearful of. I'm fearful of black boxes. Because when boxes are black, there's a high possibility of a very, very beautiful lady coming in. She's called as Nidra Devi. Yes, when the boxes are not black, Nidra Devi is not there. Otherwise, she comes. She comes and gives her thorough association to all the wonderful souls who are not turning on the video. So switch on your video, Nidra Devi is away. Questions and answers. Satisfaction of the soul can only be obtained by questions and answers on the subject of Krishna. There's a very wonderful disciple of Srila Prabhupada. His name is His Grace Sankarshan Das Adhikari Prabhu. Whenever he goes to give class, he gives class for about, say, 5 to 10 minutes. And after that, his disciples and the organizers, they distribute this many chits across the whole room. So if there is a 1.5 hour class, 5 minutes class, and rest of the time is questions and answers. So many questions and answers. They just take questions. Yes, any questions. And the question answers keep going on. Right? That's how it happens. And even Prabhupada asks, oh, any questions? So once upon a time, Prabhupada asked the devotees, so any questions? And there was nobody responding. And Prabhupada was very upset. He said, you're all meatheads. This is the exact word that Prabhupada used. Meatheads. Anyone translation? Not, may not be literal translation, but what is something to that effect? What did Prabhupada want to say when he called the devotees meatheads? Anyone? I know I'm going to get very interesting answers in the chat. So please shoot. Dead bodies. Oh, everyone. You are guys are dead spiritually. We are spiritually dead if there is no inquiry. Prabhupada said, even I used to ask my spiritual master a question. The question that I asked my spiritual master is, how can I serve you? Yes, unfocused. These guys are not focused, not serious. That's what he meant. Because if you're seriously practicing, Buddhu, nice one. Good one. Buddhu means dullard, moron. You guys are morons. Thick heads. Thank you. I think that'll be enough. That'll be enough. So this is what Prabhupada would say if you don't have questions. And he would ask, if there are no question, how can I serve you? That's a very sincere inquiry. That's how Prabhupada would approach his spiritual master. So I told about Sankarshan Das Adhikari Pro, and he happens to be my inspiration for the Siddhi Baat show. The Siddhi Baat Prabhuji ke saath on Hare Krishna TV. I've been doing this show for like 5 years in a row. And what is that question and answers? So I thought Prabhuji takes in English. Yes, so I'll take in Hindi. That's how we just had this concept, and it was liked. It was very much liked by Hare Krishna TV, and they really invited us to, change the platform, come there. But I had started it on my YouTube channel. It was a lockdown COVID time. Before that, we used to have this in the ISKCON temple at Pune, where I was serving. So Janmashtami, I would get my stall, and the stall was, as such, we had three things. We had KBC, Kaun Banega Krishna Bhakt. People all used to be excited for the question. That is also question and answers, where I'm asking questions and they're giving the answers. The second one was we used to have a filler drama, a small skit, Dr. Kailash ki story. The story of Dr. Kailash. Very funny story. Yeah. We speak about reincarnation, the seriousness in Krishna consciousness, the urgency for Krishna consciousness. We talk about it. And finally, the most awaited show was Siddhi Baat, Prabhuji ke saath. So that was the houseful show where people had so many questions. And here is where questions would be asked and we would try to give an answer. So that's how we started this question answers. Someday I'll tell you how we started the show. It was very funny and very thrilling to hear how we started it. Krishna is our most intimate master, friend, father, or son, and object of conjugal love. Fact. We say this, right? There is a sloka. Tvameva mata pita tvameva bandhu sakha tvameva. Tvameva vidya dravinam tvameva sarvas mama deva deva. You are everything. Whatever relationship you want to have it with Krishna. So there was one girl who went to Prabhupada and she went and cried, oh, Swamiji, my boyfriend left me. She was crying like that. Prabhupada said, make Krishna your boyfriend. He will never leave you. River. Forgetting Krishna, we have created so many objects of questions and answers, but none of them are able to give us complete satisfaction. Yes. Start inquiring about Krishna. Ask questions about Krishna. And that's what even preaching Mahaprabhu did. Mahaprabhu told, Shuno Shuno Nityananda Shuno Haridas, Amara Agnya Sarvatra Karoho Prakash. Prate Prati Ghare Diya Magi Ei Bhiksha. Bolo Krishna Bhajo Krishna Koro Krishna Shiksha. He told the Haridas and Nityananda, the two left, right and left hand, we can say. Yes, right and left hand of Mahaprabhu, Haridas Thakur and Nityananda Prabhu. Go, and he told, I want you to go and just speak as it is what I say. Go to every house, batter the doors, and magi ei bhiksha, beg. Beg for what? Bolo Krishna, Bhajo Krishna, Koro Krishna Shiksha. You chant names of Krishna, worship deities of Krishna, and inquire about Krishna. That means have Bhagwatam class. Inquire about Krishna, have questions about Krishna. The good Bhagwatam class is not that Bhagwatam class where people laugh nicely. Oh, Prabhuji, in this class, people cried very nicely. Yes, more jokes, more emotions. That's not a good Bhagavatam class. Good Bhagavatam class is that Bhagavatam class where maximum times the holy name is repeated. Krishna's names are repeated. And the emphasis, the conclusion is Harer Nama, Harer Nama, Hare Nama Eva Kevalam. That is the good class where every devotee coming to the class is inspired to chant japa and do kirtan nicely with their hearts. That's a good class. That should be the standard of our classes. All things but Krishna give temporary satisfaction only. So if we are to have complete satisfaction, we must take two question and answers about Krishna. We're going to have, don't worry. Very soon there'll be question and answers about Krishna. We cannot live for a moment without being questioned or without giving answers. We always are indulging in this Q and A. This is where we're indulging. Because the Srimad Bhagavatam deals with questions and answers, they're related to Krishna. That are related to Krishna, we can derive the highest satisfaction only by reading and hearing this transcendental literature. This is the way. Haribol. So repeatedly, Prabhupada is telling, this is the way. Srimad Bhagavatam is the way. There are so many beautiful questions which we are supposed to ask. Why did Krishna make Arjuna bewildered? So that he behaves like a conditioned soul. And what happens when he behaves like a conditioned soul? If he behaves like a conditioned soul, he will ask those questions which we are supposed to ask. We are all not asking the questions. Okay, you are not asking questions. Let him ask questions. Sometimes even I do that as a preacher. I get some of my senior students and I tell them, if nobody is asking any questions, you ask questions on their behalf. So they sit down in the audience and they're waiting. Prabhuji, what is they know the answer, they know the question, but they're asking because the other audience, nobody is asking. So like that we plant. We're planting some people within the audience. Please ask. And they're asking questions. Oh, wonderful question. Very nice. And even the audience, they also feel, I had this question in my mind, but I was afraid to ask. I was not getting that courage to ask. But very nice. Prabhuji asked question. Very it's good there in my heart also. So sometimes you have to do that. And that is how Krishna is making Arjuna ask questions. You ask. Yeah. One should learn the Srimad Bhagavatam and make an all-round solution to the problems pertaining to social, political, or religious matters. Hare Krishna. Really? There is solution to social matters? Wow. We thought there is no problem, there is no solution. Political matters, there is solution? Wow. Religious matters also there is solution? Wow. So we don't solve the problem on material level at all. So only one solution that Bhagavatam gives is go back to Godhead. This world is going to be Dukkhale Mashashvatam. There is no use of merrymaking in this material world. Yes, material world is going to be miserable always. So the real solution to all problems is leave this material world, go back to Godhead. That's the ultimate solution given in the Srimad Bhagavatam. All round solution. All problems are going to be solved. Okay. I heard a very funny story. So once there was a child of a man. He had got cataract. So he took him to doctor. He took him to the first doctor and told, oh doctor, please see my son got cataract. How will he get rid of the disease? The doctor said, just kill him. If he dies, there won't be disease. Haribol. God Haribol is a horrible doctor. Then he went to the next person, the next doctor. He told doctor, my child is having cataract. What to do? Doctor said, I have a solution. Take out his eyes. And taking out the eyes. No, that is not the solution. Then he went to the third doctor. Says, doctor, my son has cataract. What to do? He says, don't worry, I'll remove the cataract. Yes, I'll remove the cataract. So the first doctor is a Buddhist who says ultimately just nothing, voidness. So their definition of Brahma Nirvana Mrichati. Nirvana is actually a shabda, a word terminology used by Krishna in the second chapter. Yes. Second chapter was verse number 72. Brahma Nirvana Mrichati. It comes. So Nirvana is the spiritual bliss. But these people, Buddhists, they think Nirvana means nothing, voidness. Prabhupada said void is only in one place. Void is there in the head of the voidist. The void is there in the head of the voidist. These people's head have void. You would say that. The second one was Gyani. Oh, you're having problem in cataract? Take out the eye. That's it. You stop seeing, the won't be. But the real solution is not to kill the person or take out the eye. It is to remove the cataract. And that's what bhakti does. Anartha upashamam sakshat bhakti yogam adokshaje. Lokasya janato vidvam chakre satvata samhita. So, Bhagwatam is that Satvata Samhita, which is going to remove the cataract of the eyes. That is the solution to all problems. Once the cataract is removed, you can see properly. You don't have to kill the person or remove the eye. Just take out the cataract. The Srimad Bhagavatam and Krishna are the sum total of all things, which means Bhagavatam and Harinam. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare. The only thing. I have one purport where Prabhupada writes, the only business of a devotee, actually, the only business of a devotee is to hear Bhagavatam and chant the holy name. And this is our goal. We have to come to that particular platform where we are winding up all other business and just focusing on these two things, Harinam and Shravanam and Kirtanam Bhagavatam. Om Tat Sat. Okay. Any questions? Yes, Preeti Mataji.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji,
Yes.
announcement.
Oh, yes. There's an amazing announcement for all the devotees. So, a very wonderful initiative led by Preeti Mataji. She is leading a very brilliant initiative wherein she will, I'll just show it to you guys. A colorful week. She's making a colorful week. And the colorful week is, I'm going to put it on the chat so devotees can see. Every Monday, we'll have a very informative clip. Tuesday, there'll be beautiful quotes, spiritual quotes. Wednesday, there'll be a spiritual quiz. Thursday, there'll be straight talk with Prabhuji. Friday will be the Bhakti Sangha Japa. Saturday, we'll have a special reel. And Sunday, we'll have a special guest. So that way, we'll make our entire week special with something or the other. Right? So there's a very special initiative. Preeti Mataji is putting a lot of initiative. So we'd like to thank her for a wonderful presence. And there'll be a very nice quiz. Please take part. They'll be based on the Bhagavatam class so that we keep revising. All right. Yes, Shalini Mataji. Mother Shalini.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. So
Hare
just
Krishna.
a question here. So there is an emphasis on Bhagavatam. That's the only way. Does that include Bhagavad Gita as well, or that is to be seen separately?
Srimad Bhagavad Gita is actually the quintessence of Bhagavatam. There's no difference. You can give me any verse of Bhagavatam, I'll find a verse from Bhagavad Gita. It's there. It's all the philosophy of Bhagavad Gita. There's no difference as such between Bhagavatam and Bhagavad Gita.
Sorry, just a follow-up question. But
Yes.
Bhagavad Gita was spoken by the Lord himself, whereas Bhagavatam, I haven't read the Bhagavatam, but my understanding is it is about Krishna so that we feel closer to him. So they are still in sync, I believe, right?
Yeah, very much. No problem. Because see, what is the matter? Subject matter is connection to Krishna. Isn't Bhagavad Gita connected with Krishna?
Mm-hmm.
That's it. Here also, aren't they containing questions and answers pertaining to Krishna? Yes, that's all.
Okay, thank you, Prabhuji.
In fact, Tukaram Maharaj, a great saint in Maharashtra, he says, Gita Bhagavata Karita Shravana Akhanda Chintana Vittobache. He says, Gita and Bhagavat, Srimad Bhagavad Gita and Srimad Bhagavatam, Karita Shravana. We have to keep listening every day, both. Akhanda Chintan Vittobache. And then we will have without a single, akhanda. Khandit means to keep breaking, taking breaks. Akhanda Chintan Vittobache, which means Vitthal, who's Krishna, will have continuous remembrance of Lord. That's why Prabhupada in the program, he gave us the morning program, the Bhagavatam class, evening program, Gita class. So we try our best to come in contact with both these scriptures. Yes, Devija Prabhu.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Dhanvat Pranam. Thank you for this class. I've sent my questions from yesterday, Prabhuji, in the chat. If you can help address them if you have time. One of them was about yesterday's class where you mentioned Ashwatthama is still alive because he'll be the next Viasa, one who chants the glories of the Lord. Could you please elaborate? As from the Bhagavatam, it's mentioned that the Lord and Arjuna refer to Ashwatthama as a Brahma Bandhu. That means someone that's the son of a Brahmana but not qualified to be a Brahmana. And he also did the great offense of trying to kill Parikshit Maharaj in the womb of his mother Uttara. So how does he become the next Vyasa? And is it because he's immortal and living through the ages of Dwapara Yuga to Kali Yuga that through this time he's understood the glories of the Lord and that's why he becomes Vyasadeva? Or the next Vyasa? Could you clarify that?
Through the process of repentance and proper reinstatement. So with thorough repentance and restating himself in the process of Krishna consciousness, he goes on to get the qualification to be the next Vyas. He is still doing that. He will do his sadhana for the Kali Yuga, Satya Yuga, Treta Yuga, Dwapar Yuga, all these yugas. And then the next Kali Yuga, he's going to write all the scriptures as Vyas. Because Vyas is required mainly for Kali Yuga. Other three ages don't need written scriptures. They are in memory. Okay.
So does that mean that Vyasadeva changes in every cycle,
Yes.
Prabhuji?
If you read the Padma Puran, there's mention of every Vyasdev. Who is the Vyas for each and every cycle of the 4 cycles, the Mahayuga. Every Kali Yuga, who is the Vyas? They're all names, 72 names are given for this Manvantara at least. Yes, so the 29th Vyasdev of this Manvantara is going to be Ashwatthama.
Thank
the
you,
next cycle.
Prabhuji.
Okay.
Thank you, Prabhuji.
Yes,
Do you have
Sudhakar.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Yes.
This was a nice session actually on the Q&A. I just had some silly question, of course. If I ask a question to Krishna, does he answers me directly or indirectly, or how does he answer?
Yes. Personally, I have also tried asking question to Krishna. And of course, in the DT form, Krishna has the every ability to talk to us from our heart. He can do that. Yes, he can do that. By reminding us, Matta Smritir Jnanam Apohanam. He may remind us something which we already know. He may remind us something that is there in Bhagavad Gita, is what he has already spoken. Because whatever Krishna has to speak, he has spoken. So he reminds us. That is one way I have experience. In other ways, I go to hear the next day's Bhagavatam class or that evening's program, and whatever question I ask, the speaker answers it. That way Krishna answers. Or I go to sit and read Prabhupada books. When reading Prabhupada books, that question is answered. Or I'm going and meeting and talking to a devotee about some service, and in course of that, the devotee doesn't even know I have this question, but he answers it. So there are like this n number of ways in which Krishna can. When our question is sincere, it is actually the sincere disciple gets a sincere guru. Krishna gives that mercy. That's how Dhruv Maharaj, he had a sincere desire. I want to meet the Lord. So Krishna said, I'll send you a guru who will give you the process by which you can meet me. Right? That's how it happens. All right, dear devotees, at this particular point of time, we will pause here. We're very grateful to the devotees. How to develop mentality to ask questions? I don't have much questions. I'm very dull at it. Don't worry. Keep reading, keep hearing, and keep serving. You will get an inquiry. You will get the inquiries. When you try to apply the instructions, you get inquiries. All the very best of Krishna's mercy. We'll pause here and we'll meet again tomorrow. Thank you all very much. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Jagat Guru Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Samasta Gaur Bhaktivedanta ki jai. Hare Krishna.